what's up, y'all? We're back. It's episode 5 of Thrive Thursday. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get set, let's go! I'm excited to be back with you all here for episode 5. And I want to share a little story with you about something that recently happened to me that really is going to help illustrate the point of our lesson here today. You see, earlier this week, I was in the gym. I was back in the gym. It was my first time back in the gym from my recent trip to Nicaragua. I had a great time down there, and I was excited to get back in the gym, to get pumped up, to sweat a little bit, keep this personal fitness thing going. And so I went to the gym, and I rounded the corner to head over into the locker room right when I was entering the gym, and I was astounded at what I saw. I looked out and I saw all of the machines were full. I mean, the treadmills, the ellipticals, the rowing machines, all these other weird contraptions that I never use. All the machines were full. And I was shocked because, my gym is never full. That's one of the reasons why I picked that gym, because I can always go in and use whatever machine I want. But for some reason on this day, the gym was full. And so I thought about this. I was like, well, why was the gym full? And then it dawned on me. I got it. The gym was full because all of these people were in there working on their New Year's resolution. And so from there, I was kind of excited about it. And then I thought, and I kind of chuckled to myself, and I said, I wonder how long this is going to last. So I had a workout, had a really good workout, and then I went home, and 2 days later I was back in the gym. And I was a little disheartened to see that just 2 days later, less than half of the people who were in the gym that first time were back in the gym. And so that brings me to the point of our lesson today: how to keep your New Year's resolutions. Now, I'm going to proclaim to you here today that I do not make resolutions, because they don't work. Most of the time, resolutions don't work. Most people are never resolved to do the things that they say they want to do. I mean, resolutions are something that sound nice. They talk about it on the news. It's something you can, say when you're at a party. Oh, I got this cool resolution. These are the things that I plan to do this year. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, right? They're things that sound nice, but most people actually aren't serious about achieving and completing those resolutions. So, my first tip that I submit to you, that I humbly submit to you, is just don't make resolutions. Make life easier on yourself. Don't make resolutions. If it's not something that you really, really want to do, then just don't put that pressure on yourself. Don't make a resolution. Now, if there is something that you really want to achieve in the new year, I suggest that you make goals. That's right, goals. Go from resolutions to goals. And so today, the point of my lesson today is to share with you my 5, I don't know how many step, however many step formula for setting goals. And it really comes down to a little acronym that was taught to me by one of my business coaches. The acronym is SMARTY, S-M-A-R-T-Y. So set SMARTY goals this year. The S in SMARTY stands for specific. Your goals need to be specific. So it's not enough to say, I want to lose weight this year, or I want to look better, or I want to make more money this year. So what? So does everybody else. And if you haven't noticed, most people aren't doing those things. So your goals need to be specific. The next letter is M, measurable. I study management in college, and we have a saying in management that you can only manage what you measure. And so you need to set goals that are measurable. You need to be able to know if you're making progress en route to your goal. The next letter is A, actionable. Your goals need to be actionable. They need to be things that you can actually take action on to make them become realities. So saying things like, I want to feel better, I want to look better. What does that mean? What action can you take to make that go from a goal or a hope or a wish into a reality? The next letter is R, realistic. Now, I have to put a little disclaimer on realistic. You see, I'm a person who sets really big goals, has really big, high standards for myself. And so realistic means different things to different people. But for the sake of our video today, I want you to think of realistic as something that you can actually achieve based on the knowledge and skills and expertise that you have right now today. So, is it realistic to say that you're gonna find a cure for cancer in the next 3 months? Probably not realistic unless you're like some crazy scientist who's right on the brink. Is it realistic for me to say that I'm going to be a millionaire in the next year? Probably not, unless I hit the lottery or something. Now, is it realistic based on the knowledge, skills, and expertise that I have to say that I'll be a millionaire in the next 3 to 5 years? Absolutely, that's a little bit more realistic. So, R stands for realistic when you're setting your goals. T stands for time bound. You see, your goals need to be time bound. You need to have a deadline. Things without a deadline just don't happen. They just never get completed. And so if you really want to achieve your goals, give yourself a deadline. That's one of the greatest tips that I have for actually achieving your goals is give yourself a deadline. Now, don't be afraid if you don't meet your deadline. That's okay. Just set another deadline. But the fact of forcing yourself to have a deadline, again, makes your goal more realistic, more attainable, because you know that you're making progress on that goal, and are you getting closer to achieving that goal based on the time frame that you've set for yourself. So you absolutely need to make your goals time bound. And then the last letter is Y. We talked about this in a previous Thrive Thursday video, but you've got to have compelling reasons. Give yourself at least 3 or 4 reasons why you want to achieve this goal. You see, by the time, March, April, May, June, July roll around, right? You're going to be very busy. There's a lot of demands on your time. A lot of people want a lot of things from you. And so it's very easy to push your goals to the side and say, I'll get to them later. But if you have a compelling reason for why you want to achieve that goal, then it forces you, it gives you a little more extra motivation to persevere, when times get tough or when you don't feel like doing the things you need to do to reach your goal within your deadline. So that's my tips for today on how to actually achieve your New Year's resolutions. Get rid of resolutions, have goals, and make them SMARTY. SMARTY. Specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, time-bound, and have compelling reasons why. So here's to you. I'm hoping that you have a wonderful year. And this is Thrive Thursday, Thrive or Die. Let's go. See you next time.